What's good, group number one? For those of you who are drawn to the first image, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be getting some messages from your spirit guides. What do your spirit guides want to communicate to you right now? Okay. So as I was kind of tapping into y'all's energy, I felt this like jolt of energy. Because for right now, for me, it's still the morning time. I just woke up maybe like like 30 minutes ago, and I felt this need to do a message on today. So I'm still kind of sleepy, but as I was tapping into y'all's energy, I felt like it's almost like I just drank 5 shots of espresso. Um, so I feel like energetically wise, y'all may have gone through this period of like feeling unmotivated, not creative, just kind of lagging around and not really just having a lot of energy. However, I feel like maybe as of recently, yeah, something about as of recently, you may have been getting a lot more sleep. You may have been feeling a little bit more energetic, a little bit more motivated. Then at the bottom of the deck here, you have growth. So I definitely feel like y'all have just about fully integrated because y'all were going through that period of like just not really feeling just not really feeling it or not really feeling life in general. You were going through that period because you had timeline shifted, and it's kind of like when you go from a dark room and then you go into a room with a lot of light, and your eyes have to take time to adjust to it. Or it's like if you've been stuck in a cave for 20 years in that dark setting, and then now you were rescued and you get to come out and you have to get used to the sunlight. And that's the energy I'm picking up for this group. You've been kind of getting acclimated to this new life, this new timeline, this new I'm hearing journey that you have manifested for yourself. You successfully manifested this, and again, you've just been in this period of trying to get used to the new sunlight. But I feel like you have just about like 99% become acclimated to this new energy that you're currently experiencing now. And because you've gone through this growth, because this is present tense, because I'm drawn to not English class, but if it was growing, then I would have been like, you're still growing, but this is growth. You've grown, you've expanded, you've gone through like deep healing, but now it's time to kind of enjoy. It's almost like your spirit guides are like, there's nothing for you to do anymore. There's no other action that's needed for you to take besides just living life and enjoying life. Something about gratitude is coming through also. Um, so let's get some cards out to get a little bit of information or a little bit more on this message I'm picking up. Yes, freedom. A key. So keys can be significant. I'm also picking up Hecate. If you may work with her or she may be one of your spirit guides. Um, but yeah, I feel like you're feeling more free. You're feeling more at peace. Maybe there's something that you've come into peace with. Maybe there's a certain aspect of your life or a certain situation, a person, a place, something that you have like made peace with. And this newfound freedom is bringing in many blessings. I don't know about this bull. Somebody could be from Texas. Um, I'm also picking up Mexico, Hispanic. You have restored. Y'all, I can't make this up. Yeah, it's like y'all have been kind of, I'm hearing recalibrated. Now I'm hearing back online. So if you may have been, if you're somebody with like spiritual gifts, like psychic, medium, the different clairs, um, I feel like you may not have felt as connected to it, or things that may have been feeling a little bit crossed up, or may not have been as connected. Like, let's say you're a card reader, um, that maybe the messages coming through just a little bit blurry. You're not really understanding it, but that's because you were kind of recalibrating. Again, you were getting used to this new timeline because you've shifted multiple, whether you know that or not, which is probably why you've been so drained and tired. But now, this blessing is going to include freedom and restoration. You feeling 100% restored, feeling 100%, ready to take on life. But yeah, just keep on getting that analogy of like coming out of that dark cave and just entering into, that light. So you got moonlight here, which is still illuminating. You got rejoice, self love. So I'll definitely see, during this time of restoration, you have been pouring into yourself. You've been practicing more self love. I'm drawn to how she's kind of dancing here. Maybe you've been finding more time to dance, more time to move, more time to kind of just get a little bit more active. Or that maybe something that your spirit guides want you to do is to find time to, find the joys in life, or find the joy in your current circumstances right now, and to practice more self-love and to pour back into yourself. Something about drinking more water, something about buying yourself flowers or buying yourself things that you may want. And your spirit guides letting you know, like, it's okay to spend a little bit of money on yourself. You don't have to be so frugal or cheap. If it's something that you truly want, just go for it, get it. If that's how you want life to be like for you. And that's not to say I'm not giving you like bad financial, you know, don't spend your last $10. Like, I'm not telling you that. But if you got a little bit of extra money to spend, like, go ahead, like, buy that thing that you want. Go to that thrift store and buy that pair of pants that you really wanted. Like, if you got that extra, even just a little bit of extra, go ahead and go for it. Get something that you want. Like, treat yourself. Parks and Rec can be significant. Hearing that, episode where basically they like have one day out of the year to where they just go and splurge. Like, they go to Beverly Hills, they just splurge on like all this stupid shit, like just really stupid stuff. Or at least in my eyes, there was stupid stuff, but to them, it was some things that they really wanted, things that made them feel good and made them feel luxurious. Um, and it's almost like the energy of like stepping into this new timeline mentally. Um, Again, like, if you want that type of lifestyle to where you can, buy things for yourself and do things for yourself without having to, be so frugal or cheap, step into that. Again, start small by buying yourself things, little things here and there. It can just be as simple as buying yourself flowers, or maybe spending a couple extra dollars on like a name brand, like when maybe you're going grocery shopping. Maybe you're used to getting, let's say you're at Walmart and you're used to getting the Great Value brand. Maybe you can afford to get, or maybe you feel led to spend a couple extra dollars on getting something that's actually name brand. It's that energy of like, small, but small steps, but it's in alignment with this new life or lifestyle that you're wanting to manifest for yourself. And you can compare that to any other manifestation. If you're wanting to manifest love into your life, start doing things for yourself that you would want your partner to do for you. If you want a business, to manifest a business, or to escape a 9 to 5 life. Start, like, what are some things that an entrepreneur may do? Start networking with people, or start, maybe going on LinkedIn and start, networking with people on there who are in a field similar to what you may want to do. It's just small steps. It doesn't have to cost a shit ton of money or anything, but it's like small but steady, to, again, just align yourself physically and mentally with this new timeline that you are wanting to manifest for yourself, or this energy that you're wanting to manifest for yourself. But again, I definitely see, like, yeah, intuition here at the bottom of the deck. So your your intuition is increasing at the time. You're starting to have a lot more like nudges to do things. Even if it's like the smallest nudge, or even like the smallest nudge to do something small, do that. Like, you never know what that may lead into. Now I'm seeing like a snowball going down a snow hill, and as it's going down a hill, it's increasing, it's getting faster, it's getting bigger. And then next thing you know, when it gets to the bottom of the hill, it's this big, huge, 5 feet tall snowball. Um, so yeah, just keep doing you, plus a little bit of extra. um, but yeah, definitely your intuition is increasing at this time. You are, again, feeling little small nudges to do things, or try different things, or go certain places. Listen to that, because that's going to lead you towards your blessing and lead you towards your freedom. Um, you may be wondering, like, why things are not moving for you, or why you may feel the change but you're not seeing the change. It's because you may not be listening to your intuition the way that you should be. Um, Even if it's like, oh, I'm craving McDonald's at 11 o'clock in the morning, or 11 o'clock at night, you know, but it's 11 o'clock at night, I don't feel like driving. Maybe there's some sort of blessing there. Maybe somebody in front of you pays for your food. It can be little small things like that. Like, don't assume it has to be some big extravagant thing. The universe, God works in mysterious ways. So you never know how things may manifest for you or turn out if you don't try it. But group number one, I think these are all the messages that I'm seeing for you. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you in my next reading. Peace out. All right, what's good, group number two? For those of you who are drawn to the second image, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be getting some messages on what do your spirit guides want to communicate to you right now. What are your spirit guides wanting to, or what are some messages from your spirit team right now? This is for group number two. What does group number two need to know right now, spirit team? You may have quite a few deities on your spirit team. I'm getting a lot of Greek energies, and I'm also getting a lot of Norse spirit deities here also. Why am I hearing like a loud, like boisterous laugh? Is that Odin? I'm seeing deers. So somebody here, you can be connected to Odin from Norse mythology. I'm also picking up Zeus. I'm getting Hera. I'm seeing a spider, so Loki. What is this word? Van Hella? Van Hella? Van Van what is this word? Van Hella or something like that? I have no idea what that is. That could be significant to somebody here. Yeah. Okay. What do you have for group two? They want me to leave that in reversed. Ooh. Oh, this is good so far. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Okay. So, big message here. You're going through some changes, babe. That may you've probably heard that a lot. um, but these are a lot of changes. These are a lot of with eternal here. These are a lot of internal changes here. Because I'm reading like you're no longer the same person that you were even just like a year ago. It's picking up heavy Scorpio energy, heavy Pluto energy. You may be really connected to astrology, but it's like you're changing. You've been changing a lot, like very rapidly, and it may be causing quite a bit of strain on your physical body with how much changes you've been going through. You may have been feeling very tired, very drained. Um, if you were joining group number one, maybe check that out. But there's an energy of like, because you got nurture here, but it's in reverse. You may not have been taking the best care of yourself or pouring into yourself as much as you should have. And your spirit team really wants you to really start taking time for rest. With these candles here on Eternal, I'm seeing like a spiritual bath or like a self care bath. So definitely practicing more self care right now is going to be very, very, very important for you as you continue to shift and go through these changes. It's not the easiest of changes right now. It's not the easiest of shifts, but it's necessary. You've been manifesting something with this candle energy here too, or you've been manifesting like a specific outcome to something, and it's happening, and that's why you're going through all these shifts and changes. This may be like a few years in the making, but it's again, the it's taking a little bit of a toll on your physical body. You may even be noticing like, maybe you're getting, besides like the weather change, I'm not a doctor or nothing. Maybe getting like little cold or flu symptoms, maybe running nose. I'm hearing like post nasal drip, like a little congested as I sniff my nose as I said that. But maybe again, there's a need for you to truly pour into yourself right now and really nurture yourself and nurture like specifically your physical body. And also nurturing your mind as well. You may feel like you're being a little delusional or that you have this like fake belief or fake hope, but it's not that at all. You know what you feel. You can feel it. You feel these changes happening. You know what's coming. You can feel the changes. But it's like because you're not seeing it, you may be feeling like, oh, well, maybe it's all in my head. Or maybe, that tarot reader is just talking shit. Or maybe, this whole spirituality stuff ain't nothing. But you feel the changes, but don't give up because it may not be tangible for you at the moment. You may not see it. And again, like this little bit of doubt that's creeping up for you is causing a little bit of instability in your mind in a way. So definitely be careful of like spiritual psychosis. That could be very significant for somebody here too. Yes, the spirituality shit is real, but it's not it's not an easy path. Like not at all. People get into spirituality because they feel like it's a trend, but it's not a trend. It's a way of life. It's you have study here at the bottom of the deck, so yeah, it's a way of life. So start treating your spiritual journey as as such. Don't look at it as like, oh, I'm gonna put this bay leaf in my wallet because the person told me to on TikTok. Don't do it because of that. What are the, you know, metaphysical properties of bay leaves? How, like, are you activating the bay leaf? Are you enchanting your bay leaf? Are you speaking life into the bay leaf before you just put it in your purse or wallet, whatever? You know, Again, it's easy to get caught up in the trend of things, but yeah, your spirit team definitely wants you to maybe like study more um, on like certain spiritual beliefs, certain spiritual practices. Don't just take what you hear from other people. Actually, go and research it a little bit more, dive deeper into it, and that may be a contribution to like the mental unrest, or maybe even like a little bit of spiritual psychosis. Um, yeah, just take care of your mind and take care of your body at this time. Um, because again, it's easy to get caught up in the trend of things, but you don't want to be caught up in the trends. You want to, you want to know what you're doing and know what you're talking about. Because again, the spiritual, it's not easy. It's quite difficult. It's quite hard. Not gonna lie to you. It's a lot of work, a lot of inner work, and a lot of maybe lonely days or feeling lonely. Having to walk away from people, things, places. Like it's a lot of isolation, and it's a lot of having to really take time to yourself and really go within, and a lot of introspection and really facing those demons, and facing those parts and aspects of yourself that you may have swept under the rug, or that you just don't want to face or don't know how to face. Which in that case, that's why you have coaches, spiritual teachers, leaders, even therapists, love therapists, counselors out here that can help you, face your shadow side. Definitely doing shadow work can be very significant for you. But again, it's a long journey. It's a lifelong journey. It's not the easiest, but it's so rewarding in the end. It's very rewarding. But again, don't treat it like it's a trend. Your spirit guides want you to study more, like look more into things. If you hear about something on TikTok or YouTube or even in my videos, whatever, like dive deeper into it. If you hear something about, masculine versus feminine energies, you look more into that. What does that entail? Where does that come from? What's the history behind that? So your spirit guides want you to study more. They want you to look more into it as you go into these changes and shifts. They want you to dive deeper into knowledge and wisdom. What else? Spark. Yeah, it's like finding that spark in life again. And I feel like you're going to find, or finding that spark in your spirit. This is very spiritual related here to me. Um, you may have reached a plateau when it comes to your spiritual journey, um, or your spiritual progress, and I feel like you're needing to find that spark again. And how you're going to find it is by researching, by studying, by gaining more knowledge, more wisdom through studying and researching things. So the spark is still there. It just needs to be fed a little bit more. Just like the flame here, it's not going out. It's still there. It just needs to be fed a little bit more. Anything else? Yeah, you're blooming right now. Life is blooming for you. Then you have dreams. So your dreams can be very significant for you. Astral projections could be very significant. Your dreams recently may have been a little bit weird, or maybe very vivid. I feel like you may have been having very vivid dreams lately, like a lot more vivid than usual. Um, Especially if you're a smoker, that could be very significant, because I know when I sometimes do it, My dreams aren't. I don't usually remember my dreams, or I don't usually like have as vivid dreams. But I definitely feel like your dreams recently have been super vivid. But there is some sort of message within that, a message regarding this growth, this change that you're going through, with this change in bloom energy. Yeah, mortality here. So this is death energy. So again, so much change that you're going through right now. And you may have feel like, you've lost your spark. You've lost, maybe even some of you may feel like you've lost your gifts. You've lost your connection to source or spirit, your spirit guides. But it's not lost at all. It's actually right there. It just needs to be fed a little bit more. You've reached this plateau because again, you need to feed it more. Is there anything else, spirit guides, that you want to communicate or talk to group number two about? Yeah, the biggest thing is just pouring into yourself right now. Relax, enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey. Again, continue to pour into yourselves, continue to nurture yourself, and again, more specifically, continue to nurture your mind and your body. That's going to be very, very significant. So maybe doing more mindfulness can be significant here. Some sort of mindfulness practice, you know, it, and even meditation. Meditation could be great for you, but meditation may not always be the answer for everybody. And I'm not one of those readers that's preaching, oh, manifestation is, I mean, or meditation is the key to everything, because sometimes it's not for some people. Um, maybe your mindfulness practice is painting. Maybe your mindfulness practice is going for a walk. Maybe your mindfulness practice is being in your garden or cleaning up, because I'm drawn to the flower here. So maybe gardening can be significant for you. Or gardening, toke. um, and even doing that if you are, because something specific about somebody being a smoker here, if you are a smoker, um, maybe practice more mindfulness as you smoke. As you breathe in, you are breathing in positive energy, and as you breathe out and exhale, you're exhaling negativity. Make it a mindfulness practice for you. So you can find different ways to bring in mindfulness into your day-to-day life. Um, you just got to get a little bit creative with it. So number group number two. I believe these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So y'all let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you all in my next reading. Peace out. All right, group number three, last but not least. Um, if you're drawn to the third image, this is going to be y'all's reading today. We're going to be getting some messages from your spirit guides. What do they want to communicate to you right now? So, opening up to y'all's energy. So you have wisdom here at the bottom of the deck, but as I was kind of inviting your spirit team in, um, I had this like vision almost. I was sitting here, and like there was this ethereal being like behind me, but they had like their hands were like touching my head, and I started to feel this little pressure in my head. um, so it's funny, I got that, and then you had wisdom that showed up. So y'all are, number one, y'all are a very old soul. Like y'all may have even been told this as like from a young age, like wow, you're wise beyond your years. Sorry, I had to yawn. I can definitely feel the energy shifting in here. Um, but yeah, definitely wise beyond your years. And I feel like you may be somebody who you just have a lot of wisdom. Um, I feel like you're somebody like if you're probably like that therapist friend in the group, always giving person that everybody came to for advice or guidance on things or to get their insight on something. Even friends, family, coworkers, whatever it may be. I just feel like you're somebody who has a lot of wisdom. You're very intelligent, very smart. I feel like you're both book smart, street smart, and you also are very spiritually smart as well, or energetically smart. But I feel like currently, right now, you're going through this expansion in your crown chakra and in your third eye. So you're unlocking right now. You're unlocking like ancient wisdom, and also I'm hearing ancient practices. So you may be feeling, if you're somebody who has like a spiritual practice, maybe even like an energetic practice, maybe even practice witchcraft or energy work, spell work, things of that sort, you may be getting more into like chaos magic, or you may be called to do more chaos magic, which is, to me, chaos magic is more of like you're just kind of trying shit, you know. You're being careful, of course, but you know, you do spell work based off of what you may more so intuitively feel. You may not necessarily have like a spell book or somebody to teach you or tell you this, but it feels more of like I intuitively feel drawn to use this herb in my working, or to use this candle in my working, or you know, I wanted to manifest this, but I feel drawn to use this oil specifically in my working. You know, it's like you are really expanding and opening up more intuitively. You're really learning to hone in on your intuition right now, and you're using this intuition again in like your spiritual practices and also in your day-to-day life. You may be claircognizant. You may just have this like inner knowing of things, just knowing stuff without like knowing how you know it. But you just know it. You know, some people may view you as like a bit of a know-it-all, or yeah, but you're not a know-it-all. I mean, you kind of do. You kind of are, but not in like a malicious or I'm better than you way, but more so like a I'm a very ancient soul, a very ancient being, and I have this inner knowledge and wisdom that I'm able to access. So I feel like as of right now, your spirit guides are letting you know that you're about to access even more. You're about to have access to ancient knowledge and wisdom that has been lost for years. This is like Christ consciousness type of energy here. Like you becoming you're starting to become very tapped in. Yeah, like you're tapping in so well as of recently. Like your gift may have been feeling like it's just been on go. Lots of downloads. You're going to be receiving a lot of downloads. So definitely be paying attention to your dreams and making sure you're also, you know, having it to where you are able to get more rest or be able to sleep a little bit longer. If you're somebody who goes to sleep late, then you got to wake up early. Like, let's not do that. You know, start getting your 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, because you're going to need that. You know, you're going to be receiving a lot of downloads in your dream state and in your sleep. So again, like definitely get more rest right now. And if you're having a hard time sleeping or resting, maybe finding remedies for that. Maybe certain herbs, lavender, chamomile, mugwort is also great for sleep. Maybe drinking, you know, those things as tea before you go to sleep. Or maybe even just burning those herbs or getting incense like that, and maybe burning the incense as you go to sleep. You know, finding different ways like that works best for you, to help you to best, you know, get more rest here. Because again, you are very, very wise, very, very old soul, and you're unlocking past life knowledge. You're unlocking um, wisdom, and then rebirth right underneath that. And then guidance underneath that. I'm gonna take all three actually. Yeah, restore, and I'm drawn to the moon here, and the moon looks like they're asleep. So again, you're receiving a lot of downloads in your dreams. I'm also picking up daydreaming as well. You may be someone who daydreams a lot. what is it called, maladaptive daydreaming. So I feel like you daydream a lot, which is great. And what a lot of people don't know about daydreaming is that that's actually a form of manifestation, and it's also a spiritual gift. You know, when you know how to use it right, to manifest, it's a spiritual gift and a talent that not everybody possesses. So if you find yourself kind of wandering in your own mind, take note of that. When you kind of come back to yourself or come back out of that, start take, if you have notes on your phone, that's what I usually do. That's the most accessible to me. I pull up the notes app on my phone and I just kind of, record what I was just thinking or feeling. And then I kind of come back to it later on and be like, oh, well, I was thinking this earlier, and then this is what manifested for me a few hours later. It's that type of energy of like you're manifesting and you're not even thinking about it. So just being careful of your thoughts right now, and just again taking note of it. So again, something about your dreams at night and also dreams as you are awake is going to be very, very significant for you. So definitely be paying attention to that because you're unlocking, like you're receiving downloads during that time. You're receiving. Now I'm getting Mean Girls when she's like her hair is so big because it's full of secrets. And I'm drawn to this image here, how this person's hair is like really big, it's like floating in the air. It's almost like they're floating in water. So water can be significant. You can be a water sign, heavy on the Scorpio energy. Scorpio, heavy on the Pisces energy, and then Cancer. I'm also picking up air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, heavy on the Aquarius energy. But yeah, it's like your hair is so big because it's full of secrets. You're receiving a lot of downloads or a lot of downloads about life, a lot of downloads about humanity, a lot of downloads about ancient civilizations and like even like the future of the world, future of the collective. You may be somebody who's able to predict, you know, big events. You may not have experienced that gift before, but you're about to start experiencing that. Experiencing like predictions or prophecies. I feel like you're very prophetic here as well. So I feel like you're going to be receiving prophetic dreams and messages and downloads about, things that may be about to occur in the world. This doesn't have to be negative or bad or chaotic or anything like that. But you may be getting like little messages about, this is what's about to happen in the collective, or this is about to happen in the world, or these are some things that are about to start occurring. So start again paying attention to that and honing in on that. Your gifts are about to get like wild and crazy. Don't be scared of it though. Your spirit guides don't want you to be scared of it. They want you to embrace it and to be open to it. Because you're going to be able to help a lot of people. With guidance here, you're going to be a guiding light for others. You're going to be helping many, many people in this lifetime using your gifts and your spiritual gifts and talents. You're definitely not meant to work a 9 to 5 life. That is, it's not for you. Your spirit guides are like that. It's not for you. You're meant to have some sort of spiritual related business or some sort of spiritual related like practice or career, something to where you're able to you know lay knowledge down on other people or spread knowledge or wisdom, and also like intuitively helping others through certain circumstances or changes that they may be going through, or helping other people through their rebirth. So you're meant to be in some sort of helping profession in this lifetime to help others. Something about speaking, like imparting knowledge or imparting wisdom. Some of you can be working with youth as well, working with young people, to kind of help raise up that next generation of spiritualists and next generation of light workers here, because they're going to need it, especially in the climate that we live in today. They're going to need people like you who have that inner wisdom and knowledge and that experience to be able to help them and help them feel accepted and help them feel that it's okay to be their authentic selves. Whew, y'all's reading is heavy, 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 heavy. You're so heavy, baby. And it's funny, I was picking up that song and it came from Dreamgirls. So that movie or that play can be significant for you. I think Dreamgirls is coming back to Broadway. Maybe you feel, maybe you're going to see that. Um, but definitely again, Dreamgirls. So definitely again, dreams is very, very significant for you. But specifically, both your daydreams and your dreams at night. But definitely pay attention to your daydreams because again, your daydreaming is connected to what you're manifesting in your life. So be careful if you're thinking like negative thoughts or having negative daydreamings, or if you're somebody who has like little inner fights. No judgment. If you have like little made up fights or something like that, be careful with that because that may be something that could manifest for you, and you don't want stuff like that to manifest for you. Whew. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and tap out because y'all's reading is a little bit heavy, and I'm feeling a little bit of pressure on my neck and on my back. So definitely maybe make sure y'all are doing a little bit of energetic cleansing right now. Make sure you're doing that consistently. This should be something that you're doing daily, and you should have some sort of cleansing and protective practice that you do weekly as well. Like you can't wait to do it monthly or even bi-weekly. Like yours need to be daily and weekly, especially with how strong and powerful your gifts are here. Um, you're going to be needing to cleanse yourself often. Indigo water can be very helpful for you. I usually keep some. I spray some. I make it myself. Um, I'm actually starting to think about selling it. Um, yeah, I don't know, but I usually spray it as like before I do my readings and after I do my readings to kind of cleanse the space. And I also keep some in a bowl next to my bed or underneath my bed. Um, and it's usually very helpful for me as well with my gifts as well, and keeping my space and my energy cleansed and protected. So working with indigo water, if you're interested in learning how to make it, let me know. I don't mind putting people on game. I'm not a gatekeeper. Or if you're interested in buying it, I don't mind. You know, again, I'm starting to think about selling it. So if you're interested, let me know. But yeah, group number 3, I think these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out.